If your hair is breaking no matter what you do, these 3 products or ingredients might be the reason. And I'm almost sure nobody knows this. If you don't know who I am, first and foremost, my name is Crystal. I'm the CEO and founder of Elite Hair Care USA. I'm also an over 25-year licensed cosmetologist, but I'm also a cosmetic chemist who creates products to help women and men just like myself and like you. So let's really talk about it. One of the biggest things that I hear whenever I'm talking to people about their hair is, why is my hair breaking? I notice that my hair is breaking, my hair is shedding, it's doing all these different things that it shouldn't be doing, and I really don't know why. I'm gonna really break it down for you, and I'm gonna give you just 3. There's a million, but I'm gonna give you just 3. Some of the ingredients, others might be even a style of product that you could be using that could be the main reason why your hair is breaking so bad. Number 1, which is the biggest one on the market, sulfates. If you know anything about sulfates, sulfates are used in cleansers. Sulfates is what we use to cleanse the hair and the scalp. Now, there is a such thing as good sulfates, and there's a such thing as bad sulfate. To me, when it comes on to ethnic hair care or textured hair, because it's not just about being ethnic, you could just have textured hair. Textured hair does not do well with any type of sulfate. You want to make sure that those shampoos, those cleansers, all of those different products that you're using, whether it be for your hair or your body, make sure that they are sulfate free. Because if they are not sulfate free, they are a breeding ground for hair dehydration. You're going to hear me use that term a lot throughout today's video. Hair dehydration. Whenever something is dehydrated, what happens? It dies, it breaks, it sheds, it turns different colors, it serves no purpose. Now with your hair, you can't afford that. You can't afford to have your hair serve no purpose, because when the hair is gone, there's nothing left. I want you to start paying attention to the ingredient label on your products whenever you are purchasing products. Specifically, you want to look at what surfactants they're using. You want to look at if there's any harmful sulfates. You want to look at the different types of emollients or oils that is in the product. You want to look at the different extracts, essential oils. What preservative are they using? Now that leads me to the next thing. Item number 2, edge control. I know a lot of you love your edge controls. That's fine. We used to actually make edge control, and I'm not saying that edge control is bad, but it's how you're using it that's the problem. Some of you wake up every single day and you put edge control on your hairline. Mind you, the hairline that has edge control on it already from the previous day. And then you go and you put more and more edge control on this hairline because you want your edges to look sleek and laid, not knowing that in order for edge control to be created, my chemistry side's coming out right now. In order for edge control to be created, the only preservative that can be used is a preservative that can be done when it is extremely high heat. Most of those preservatives are formaldehyde based because they don't burn out in high heat. Edge control is traditionally made with a preservative called DMDM. DMDM is a formaldehyde based preservative. Everybody's been asking why we don't carry an edge control anymore, because I'm not going to be the contributor to why my textured and ethnic hair people are losing so much hair. Yes, it's about the money, but it's not about the money, baby. Edge control, when abused, can cause a huge problem. Why? Because when you apply edge control every single day, you're applying it for it to give you an amazing hold, right? You're applying it for your hair to look oh so sleek in the front, not knowing that even if that edge control has castor oil, it has jojoba oil, it got biotin, it got niacin, it got God's hands in it. It also ends with the words DMDM, which also means formaldehyde-based preservative, because there is no edge control that is made right now that does not have to be done with a hot pour. And when I say a hot pour, meaning over 130 degrees. Most preservatives cannot be put into a product until the product has cooled to under 130 degrees. Edge control under 130 degrees becomes a gel, and you can't pour it anymore. So in order for that edge control to be poured, we have to preserve it with a preservative that can sustain anything over 150 degrees. That is why edge controls are traditionally in double wall jars. Double wall jars makes it where we don't have to really temper the jar in order for us to actually cast or pour that edge control. I know I just hurt a lot of feelings, and I know a lot of brands are probably very upset because I just told you guys the truth, but they're not telling you the truth. And that is the main reason why we stopped making edge control, because I'm not going to be a contributor to something that I know is damaging over time. And listen, formaldehyde is also cancer causing. Yes, I always say pick your poison, but when I say pick your poison, I'm not going to be the manufacturer who's picking the poison and saying that I'm going to provide an edge control that I know is going to eventually, 1, take your hair out, 2, break off your edges, 3, be of no goodness to you, and 4, potentially be cancer causing because that preservative is a formaldehyde based preservative. Not because it doesn't say formaldehyde, but it can be literally cast or be a family member of that same community. So watch out for those edge controls. And then, of course, number 3, if you are one of those people who loves to use oil sheen, please keep in mind, oil sheen is not oil sheen. It is an aerosol can of nothing but carcinogens and little bits of oil to give you the appearance of actual shine. Now, I came up in the 90s. I was born in the 80s. I know we used to always use that oil sheen. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? We all use oil sheen. I get it. But I want you to really think back. When we were in the 90s and the early 2000s, it wasn't about rushing and making products. It was about giving quality products. We had quality hair. Our hair was healthier. Our hair was longer. Our hair was stronger. Now the market has become where everything needs to be made super duper fast and everything needs to be on the market very quickly. It has now only become about supply and demand. I understand. I'm a retailer. I'm a brand. I get it. But I also understand that sometimes that comes at a price. And that price might be quality. That price might be having to use ingredients to make a product cheaper. That price might be so that I can sell as much of this as I possibly can. Because of the price that I have to market at, I gotta sell it in volume. But that is also at the price of your hair. Oil sheen is not a healthy way of getting a shine on the hair anymore because of the way that it's made. Oil sheen is made as an aerosol. There's really nothing you can get from an aerosol can outside of a holding spray. Do you ever wonder why your oil sheens are only $2.99? If it's $2.99, but it's in an aluminum can, how much does the can cost? I want you guys to start thinking like this. How much does the can cost? So then if it's $2.99 for a 16-ounce can of oil sheen, how much oil do you think is in there? Probably not much. So yes, oil sheen is also going to be one of the things that could potentially be causing your hair to break and shed even more. Why? Because it's a carcinogen in a can. You ever notice why they always ask you to not bring aerosol sprays? Because it's a carcinogen. It can combust. It can explode, right? So if it's in an aluminum can, then hold on. That means that you should be able to not ever bring a can of spaghetti on a flight. They never say that. They only say aerosols. Why? Because they are carcinogens in a can. I want you guys to keep that in mind when you guys are looking at your products. I'm not going to say that you can't use oil sheen, but instead use oil sprays, use glossifiers, use things that are going to be more healthy for the hair rather than hurt the hair. Use loose glossifiers, sprays, right? Use sprays. Use things like goddess polish, for instance, or anyone else. But you want to stay away from oil sheens because they are literally going to keep drying the hair out, breaking the hair, making the hair shed. You're going to lose more hair over time. You're going to lack luster because it's not actually providing a sheen. If it's providing a sheen, then it would be long lasting. It wouldn't disappear by tomorrow or even later today. No different from edge control. If it was a good edge control, then why is it dissipating within a few hours? Or if it's a good edge control in your eyes, why is it hard as a rock on your hairline? It shouldn't be. Because also inside of edge control, we use different types of hold or fixators that make the product hold that are also traditionally made from a lot of alcohols. If it's made from a lot of alcohols, it's going to dehydrate the hair. Everything leads back to dehydration, you guys, all right? Everything leads back to dehydration. So I want you guys to try your hardest to avoid sulfates, avoid edge controls, avoid oil sheens. And there's so many more. We'll create more videos because I know that there's so many other things out there that you guys are using that you really shouldn't be using. And your girl is here to really expose that because I'm going to make sure that you get this information. But what? The free 99. Now, before I go, I want you guys to comment down below your hair type so that I can give you a custom routine that you can use to keep your hair nice and healthy. And for those of you that have been using, y'all know your girl got a cold, right? For those of you that have been using edge controls, oil sheens, sulfate products, I want you guys to put those products down in the comments so that I can give you an alternative product that would be useful or healthier for your hair. Now, of course, if you're new here, you've stumbled upon one of the most unethically yet very educational channels on YouTube. Shout outs to Elite Hair Care. You guys go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the next step, which is clicking that notification bell so you can see the next videos or all my videos for that when they come up and are available. Now, of course, if this video was of goodness to you, please share this video with your family and friends because that is how our channel grows. I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. Peace.